Hey man, y'all already know it is Big Boss, play pole top boxing, program my soliloquy, many times don't lie, good people do. And out the shelf, call that mental health hotline. Remember your matter. Peak game. Y'all already know I keep using the pros on what's one. We clutched up. We clutched out. You know we're talking about that boxing. Before I get into the main entree, the main dish, we gotta introduce our second host, man. Feature Hall of Famer. Legend, y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna start this boxing gym up real soon. And it's gonna probably we're gonna stick to this one. It's gonna be one of the best boxing gyms in Houston. Mark my words. Vote on the hustle, aka Coach B. I don't know how you going, man.
Hey, what it is, folks? Y'all know what time it is. Like Capo said, we clutched up, we clutched out. Y'all know what we're here to talk about. We here to talk that boxing, man. Hey, remember this. Y'all know what I'm finna tell y'all. At all times, God wake you up. He put breath in your body. Everything else is absolutely extra. Get up, do you, take care of you, take care of the family. Also, remember, call that mental health hotline. We better off with you here than without you. The number is 988. Don't off yourself. Capo tell you all the time. You ain't got nobody to talk to. Contact us here on Clutch Factory, and we'll make sure we do our best to make you feel like you belong. And like I say, we better off with you here than without you. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it back to Capo. Let's go ahead and continue the show and let's let them know how we flow.
Already. So Xander Zayas, coach. Xander Zayas was sent an offer for Vergil Ortiz. If you don't know, guys, Vergil Ortiz is the hot name right now, 154 pounds. He's been linked to a couple of fights. He's been linked to a Keith Thurman fight. He's now linked to a Xander Zayas fight in which Vergil Ortiz sent an offer to Xander Zayas. He's also linked to Eric Salute. But I want to harp on the Xander Zayas, right? Because I got a issue with that. And I think Coach do too. Me know him, but I could be wrong. But Vergil Ortiz sent off with Xander Zayas, and I'm gonna put on the screen basically the message that Xander Zayas basically put out. He tagged at Vergil Ortiz is not a real offer. Stop lying to your fans. The answer is yes. Come meet me in Puerto Rico. Now, Xander Zayas just won the WBO belt, 154 pounds, which top rank for all their fighters. First championship is on the WBO belt. So, coach, we're gonna start right there. Do you think Xander Zayas is done? Right? Because Vergil Ortiz says, "Hey, we sent you an offer. You have to, a certain day and a certain time to respond." And to my recognition, Xander Zayas has not yet responded to the offer. I think he actually turned down the fight. So, do you think Xander Zayas is ducking? Do you feel like if this fight gets made, should it be made in Xander Zayas' hometown? Do you feel like Xander Zayas has earned the right to call all the shots? Who is the biggest star to you? Let me know something.
Off rip, off the muscle. No, you're not fighting in Xander Zayas' hometown. Off rip, off the muscle. He is not the draw. He is not the A side in this situation. So therefore, you can't call him shots. Off rip, off the muscle. He's ducking. Off rip, off the muscle. Hey man, say man, like Capo say. Look, it is what it is. Regardless of how he sent you an offer, regardless of how he said or may have presented this offer, or offer was sent. You saying no at this time, okay, I get it. You just got there, you still trying to do whatever you trying to do. You trying to gather you trying to get your rhythm in sync or whatnot, cool. But at the same time, you not finna boss hog and move around Ortiz like he just some slouching, like he don't got to put no respect on his name. So with that being said, I think he's already put himself on the hot seat in this division by already trying to make moves, trying to be the boss, trying to be the A side. Yes, you do have some type of right to speak on your behalf, but at the same time, you're not going to treat Vergil Ortiz as if he's some underdog, and he don't deserve the right to be talking to you as if you the little boy in this situation. Right now, you the little boy. You the little man. I ain't gonna call you little boy. You the little man in this situation. You trying to build your brand. You trying to establish yourself. You just got your resume jumping. Now you forget what division you just entered. This is the division in the sport of boxing right now. 154 is everything in boxing right now. Everybody has their eyes and focus tuned on 154-pound division, and you just got your shot, and you chose to turn it down. You put yourself on the hot seat. Now that you turn this down, not saying you're not gonna get any other fights from any other fighters in the division, but it's the top dog. Vergil Ortiz, in my opinion, is the top dog in 154 pounds until somebody else proves otherwise. So you choose to take to social media and say what you said, via what K-Po said. It makes no sense to me. I thought you was game. I thought you was ready. I gave you your flowers. But this move right here says you're not ready. And you already put in, you already growing wings, you growing a duck bill. This is a duck in my opinion. You can't go to 154-pound division and expect not get no smoke. You holding on to one of those positions, you in one of those positions, excuse me, to where you gonna get guys like Vergil Ortiz to come at you. You may get a guy like Fundora to come at you. You may get a guy like Thurman to come at you. You may get a guy like Boots to come at you. You may get all kind of you in that division. There's no way around this situation. But at the same time, to answer your question directly, no fight in his hometown. No, he doesn't deserve to call the shots. He's not the A side. Yes, it is a duck. Plain and simple. It ain't no other way to put that into perspective. Exactly how I said it. It's absurd to me already. How guys get a little leeway. They finally start to get their head and start peeking and be able to see the light over the fence to where all the big dogs at. And now they feel like they're established and they can start calling shots and talk to people or other fighters how they want to, just because they in the realm or the vicinity. Being in the realm or the vicinity don't make you top dog. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got nothing else left input on that subject.
Yes, it does. And this is the problem that me and Coach were talking about with these young fighters. These young fighters talk too much. They talk themselves in positions, they get opportunities, and then once they fulfill that obligation of that opportunity, they change. Xander Zayas was a guy that was calling out Fundora, was calling out Bakram Marzala. He said he'll fight anybody. Jamil Charlo, he believed he was on that level. He went tooth and nail with an unknown guy. I'm pretty sure he was ranked high, but he went tooth and nail with an unknown guy. And, he won the fight, but we saw a lot of flaws that if he get in there with a Virgil, with a Baccarat will destroy him. We just gonna be real. That's why nobody calling that man out. I'm telling you, me and Coach gonna do a video talk about dangerous this dude is. Nobody calling him out, but that's a whole nother video. Uh, but like I said before, um, you win your belt, you have opportunity to get a respectable name of Vergil Ortiz, and you turn it down. Talk about you want to fight him in Puerto Rico. You haven't done anything you haven't fought better competition than Vergil Ortiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can you sit there and call a shot because you're a champion? It doesn't make sense. So I think, and this was kind of one of those political situations I've talked about in boxing, where guys get opportunities based on politics, right? Xander Zayas, yeah, he basically got a free belt. Yeah, he fought a guy, but Sebastian Fundora had that belt, right? Um, but Fundora chose to go another route, and rightfully so. He's been a champion longer. He's fought better competition. He's on a different level than Xander Zayas. So he didn't necessarily have to fight Xander Zayas. I feel like that fight would have been too soon, but at the same time, it is what it is. When a young guy get up there, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I think Xander Zayas um, is definitely just flat out, and I think this could have been a fight that could bring him up to that level to prove to guys on that top level. The Jambu Sims is the we don't know what Jambu Sims gonna look at 54, but we can guess and say he's gonna be better, right? Um, the Vergil Ortiz. This division is a hotbed, bro. It's popping. And you want to get in the mix. So why would you turn down the opportunity to fight a Vergil Ortiz, who's a hot topic right now, who's a name linked to many fighters? He's linked to L. Spence. He's linked to Ed Shaluba. We finna get in that in a minute. He's linked to a lot of top guys in the division, and you will have the opportunity to fight him first. And if you beat him, that puts you in the mix to get those other big money fights.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's definitely a duck. Um, It's gonna put a stain on Xander Zayas, in my opinion. And I think that he got to do some soul searching, him and his team. Now, it may be because his team. I mean, coach, looking at it from a coaching standpoint, do you think his team feel like, hey, bro, you're not ready yet? But we don't want to just come out and say that because you've been calling dudes out, and we gonna back you. So, do you feel like it's more of his team telling him, hey, you're not ready yet? Let me know something.
It could be. It could be. That could be. Honestly, I think that's the larger portion of the situation. Is his team feels like he may not be ready yet. He's not quite solidified in himself in this division. Like you said, he just got a belt. He just got his feet wet. He's just now starting to get the train, on the tracks and get it in motion. So I feel like the team aspect is a large part of why this is not going to happen as it should. But let me tell you something. Me and Capo talk about this all the time. You younger fighters so scared to take a L. Y'all don't even know what's a real lesson. If I'm Xander Zayas and I'm his team, and the first guy to come to us from the 54, pound division as a champion, the hot topic like Capo mentioned, I might have to take that fight, regardless of win or lose. I might have to take that fight because why? It's still something to build off of. If you take a L to a Vergil Ortiz Jr., that's not hindering your career. If anything, it still could help uplift and bring you forward. And not only that, you're not an old guy. You can take the L, take two more fights, and get back in the ring with Vergil Ortiz once you establish yourself a little bit more and make this a trilogy or make this a four fight type of deal. I mean, we ain't had this in so long since Canelo and Triple G. This could be one of those, sagas right here. But at the same time, it is what it is. You chose to run away from it. You chose to duck the situation, and now look, like Capo said, you putting a stain on your name. Now people are gonna be looking like, I'm kind of hesitant to send a contract because it's gonna turn into one of these things, or it's a he say she say, and the negotiations were sent, but he gonna take to social media and say, I want to do this, I want to do that, and if we can't do that, I'm not gonna do it. So no, you already hurt, you're already hindering yourself. But yes, to answer your question directly, I think a large portion of the situation has to do with his team. But at the same time, if it's me and I'm a part of this team, Xander Zayas, I know you may not be ready, but we're gonna do everything we can to get ready for this fight. And we're gonna take it now. That way you can go ahead, you can get your piggy bank broke wide open. You can get you some little change put in there. You can get your real bank account going. You can have something to build on off of your resume. Win or lose. That's not a bad loss at all. That's not a terrible loss. Vergil Ortiz is the guy at 154 in my opinion. So if you go in there and you lose, then okay, cool. Like I said, you're still a younger guy. You can double back. You can double down on that. You got plenty of time. People don't understand the window of opportunity. And not only that, people will say, oh, he fought him when he was younger. But at the same time, he fought Vergil Ortiz at the right time. And now look, like I say, you may come back, you may get the second fight, and you may win the second fight. Now look what it then turned into. Now Vergil Ortiz got to go do some soul searching and say, hey, I want to get back in there with you, young dude. Now you got a trilogy with Vergil Ortiz, and who gonna knock that? Who gonna say your resume ain't got a stamp on it? Who gonna say your resume not certified? You fight Vergil Ortiz 3 times. You lost one, you won one, and the third one is to be decided. You get in there and lose that one. Hey, you got in there with one of the best in the division at that time. Who's gonna knock you for that? But youngsters, scared to take a L, scared to be in the limelight, scared to let boxing take its course as it should. They go against the grain so much they don't even understand how the sport is really supposed to go. But I can harp on that all day. That's another topic for another story. But at the same time, I do agree that the team is a large part of why this is not going forward.
I second that.
Hey, y'all, man, we reached the end of the podcast, man. Really appreciate y'all for listening to us for the past 15 minutes, man. I know this alone, but really enjoy talking boxing with you guys. So continue to support us, man. This is Genesis. This is the beginning. We're trying to continue to grow. We're trying to evolve, but we love spreading our boxing knowledge and talking boxing with y'all. So continue to support us. Continue to like, hate, and subscribe. Be ready for no smoke. Boss, that's coach. Be out of here.